What's up guys, it's Shayla back with a brand new video. Today's video I'll be giving advice slash tips to upcoming seniors in high school. I just graduated high school this May, and I think most of the tips that I'll be giving, I probably should have listened to them from other people's videos, but because I wasn't really paying attention to other senior high school videos, I would not have been able to give you any of the advice I'm going to give today. Like, if you take anything from the video, that's awesome, but if you don't, it's not going to be like a big deal. So yeah, so the first thing I have, and I think like a lot of the videos that does this or talk about tips and advice for upcoming seniors, they always say like be able to talk to your counselor, because at my school we had counselors for like last names. You should be able to talk to them, to like just basically ask them if you're like missing something to graduate or anything like that, because at my school you have to take all these tests to graduate, and you can like get rid of a test if you want, if you pass a certain score. But you should be able to talk to adults, like teachers, if you're struggling on something. If you can't do that, then that's going to be a hard thing to like get over. But overall, you need to be able to talk to adults without getting scared, if that makes any sense. If that doesn't help at all, I really don't know what to say. So the second thing is just all about college. So I go to Radford University this upcoming fall, and maybe in the summer you could like just schedule to go to all these different campuses. A lot of the colleges I applied to, they were not in my state, so a lot of them were in like Pennsylvania or Delaware, all those other places, and that's a lot of like out-of-state tuition and all that stuff. And that's a lot to pay for, because it's a lot more if you go to out-of-state tuition or out-of-state college. Another big thing for people who will be going to college, you have a week in October from the 21st to the 27th to apply to colleges without a fee, which is a really big thing. If you don't want to go to college, you don't need to listen to this advice. But for people who are, that's a good week to apply without having to pay for the application, because a lot of like Ivy schools, their application is really, really expensive. But that's my main thing about college. I don't really have anything else for college yet. The last one, or one of the last ones yet, we'll be talking about college again, but until then. So 3, your college list, again about college, should be flexible. Like, you should be able to, I guess, you should be able to go to your college and like meet people. You should also be able to talk to the people at the school. So since I go to Radford, we have a app that like lets us communicate with all the people that will be going to Radford. So I think that's a really big thing if you're going to a college out of state or whatever. There's a lot of people that will be going to college with me that they're from like Maryland or something, and they're coming all the way to Radford. So you should be really flexible with that. This one, I don't know if it's like a big thing to do in high school, but you should be able to speak your mind on things. We had presidents and stuff, like I was student council president, so there were certain things that I wanted to speak my mind on, and I didn't want to like hurt someone else's feelings. But if you have no filter, of course you should be able to speak your mind, but some things you would want to be quiet about. But yeah. So number 5, I think it's a really big thing to have fun your senior year. like senior sunrise, senior breakfast, even though for my senior breakfast we did it the morning of graduation because they shortened the like days that the seniors had to be there. So just go to all those amazing activities, because a lot of schools, they don't really do the stuff that my school did or etc. because like my school is really small, and some schools they're a lot bigger, so they can have senior sunrise, senior breakfast, and a lot more things than what a smaller school can do. Number 6, I don't think I did this, and I am gonna link the girls' YouTube video that I took some of the ideas from. But this one is let yourself have senioritis. If you have no idea what senioritis is, it's just a term that like describes a decrease in motivation and effort that high school seniors often experience as y'all approach graduation. I never did that. I think I was already done with most of my classes a couple months before graduation. I had a lot of easier classes, so I didn't have nothing to really worry about. But there's also people that there's some seniors that I met last year that they didn't do any schoolwork until the second semester. I'm not sure how that works, so if I find out, I'll probably post a video about that too. But that's really not something I would want to do, but some people enjoy having senioritis. So if you like senioritis or you're into doing that, then you should do that. It's just not my thing. 7, I took a honors class from my 9th to 11th grade year, not 12th grade year, because I wanted to have easier classes so I didn't have to worry as much. But you should probably take full advantage of college credit classes. A lot of my friends take college credit classes. They do like nursing and English classes, and if you're into getting those college credits so you don't have to worry about them when you're in college, that'd be a lot easier. But I never did that. I don't think I was the smartest for that type of stuff. But if you do that, just like make sure you put your all in for those classes, because a lot of my friends who did take those classes, they said that they were pretty hard. But if you're not gonna take a college credit classes, or you never take a college credit class, then don't worry about this advice. But I think it would be a good thing if you do take college credit classes so you don't have to worry about them when you're in college. So the last tip I have, I'm doing this as well. So as a student that's going to be a freshman in college this upcoming fall, you don't need to choose your major or your minor yet. A lot of people have decided those their junior year of high school. I haven't decided. I wanted to do criminal justice, and then I changed because I realized that it doesn't seem like something I would do. A lot of people have told me I was too nice to be in the criminal justice field, but I could be like a nurse or something. You could honestly be anything you want. You could have a major and a minor. So with those two, you could honestly, if you want extra stuff, you get both a major and a minor. But if you don't, you just get a major. And I think that's a big thing when you go to like college and stuff, but it's also something you would want to like kind of decide if you're undecided or you know what you're gonna do. But if you don't be like upset about it. And honestly, most of the stuff that I said in this video, I think a lot of people would agree. Some would disagree about some of the stuff because I didn't use half of the stuff in the video, in the advice. So yeah, bye.